Hello, this is Kevin Newhouse again, back with our Mario Kart podcast. I'm here with my roommate.
Hi, this is Nathan Kaiser again. I was in the last Mario Kart podcast, and we're ready to do it again.
Yeah, so here we are at DS Peach Gardens, and I have returned back to my normal character of Baby Daisy, so that's a lot
She
better
returns at last.
Oh, yeah.
So right here, you'll see I'm doing this, it's called drafting, and it's when I'm driving behind you, you get a little speed bump. It's pretty useful, experts only.
Yeah, and what happened right there, actually, is Nathan released his red shell just a little bit too late and kind of allowed me some time to swipe him out with my box there. That was kind of nice.
So really, you're just going to see me kind of clawing my way back this whole race. It gets pretty interesting at the end, so hopefully you guys stick around.
Yeah, we get some real tight racing there, so that'll be kind of fun.
So maybe we should talk about shortcuts right here. A lot of courses have different shortcuts, and right there I decided to go to the right of the flower patch instead of to the left. That really gives you a lot of time advantage.
Yeah, that's a shortcut that I always take. And there's actually something interesting that you'll see right here if the ink ever goes away. So when we get lightning bolted, since I'm in first, you'll see Nathan actually returns to his normal size before I do. That's actually a small penalty that the person in first gets, so that's why the lightning bolt is awesome for everyone except for the person in first.
Exactly, so if you're in 12th place, you'll get a much bigger advantage than if you're in second place.
Exactly.
It's just to even things out.
Yeah, of course. It's one of the great equalizers that we find.
Exactly.
Here.
Blue shell would be probably the biggest equalizer, and we might see that coming up soon.
Don't remind me of that. Yeah, so we ever get inked again. That happened a lot during this race.
Yeah, it's not really supposed to mess you up, but it really does more than you think.
Yeah, every now and then you get a race where, it's just a lot of stuff in front of you and you really need to see it, and then that ink pops up, and it's just bad.
Get knocked right there, trying to throw my items at Kevin, very short, just like my baseball arm.
Yeah, I mean, I was just in a good size lead here, so I'm just kind of trying to keep it the most that I can.
So right here is very interesting. I have a red shell, which, as you remember from the last podcast, will follow the person in front of you. And I'm holding on to it, hoping that Kevin loses those bananas so that I can throw and hit him. So, I mean, really the only way for this to work is if Kevin gets blue shelled, and hopefully that happens. I'm crossing my fingers.
And a couple other things will make you drop your items too.
Pow.
Like a POW or a lightning bolt will also do it.
If you get bumped really hard by an opponent, but Kevin so far ahead that really only a POW or a blue shell would really do anything.
Yeah, I think right about here I had some really tight turns
that was
there.
some nice racing, and I just saw a blue shell.
Yeah,
this
there
might
it
be good
is.
for Nathan.
I tossed my bananas back to try and hit Nathan there.
I threw my red shell right after I saw the blue shell go by, hoping that it would hit him just like you just saw right after he got blued. Gives me an advantage.
And you saw in my last podcast, the last second, I accidentally bumped into Nathan. You'll notice he didn't do that there. He actually skated right past me barely. Because I didn't get that last item, he kind of had it sealed up here, and I just kind of conceded victory at this point.
Yeah, usually at the end of this race, it's a tight finish between the two racers. It really only depends on who can get the tighter lines and who can get that drift boost. It's very important.
Absolutely. And I've seen a lot of times where on that very last turn, whoever gets that drift boost can kind of sneak ahead of the other person. And there's, especially on this course, we've done it so many times. So anyway, that's all for today. So thanks again for coming out and listening to us. We really appreciate it. And make sure to tune in next week for episode 3. Thanks.
See you next week.